Welcome back, Chrono Troops, to more Smite Assault. With your boy ChronoKitty here, today playing the warrior Osiris. And we are with a group of other tanks as well. We have a Tyr and a Bellona, who are also warriors. And I'm playing with a Zong-Q and an Artemis. The enemy team makeup is a warrior, so we got a mirror match Tyr on the other side as well. And we have two assassins on the enemy team, a Serket and a Mercury, and the mage Scylla, and then a hunter and Chernobog. So the enemy team is really well-rounded. They could use a second tank instead of one of the assassins, but other than that, they have a pretty decent team composition. They have sustain, they have CC, they have damage, they have objective takedown, where our team has objective takedown with the Artemis, has finish and damage with the Zong-Q, and then it has three tanky tanks. We are the Osiris, Tyr, and Bellona. We are very strong tanks. We are good at pushing the enemy team around, and we do a fair amount of damage too. What I like about all three of us is we're very different tanks. I am a bit of a... Ooh, there's the Scylla with an early kill. Figured that was going to happen. The enemy team is really strong in the amount of burst damage they do, and it's going to take my team until the mid game to, I think, really come online. But you know, I'm still not worried about it at all. It's still early game, and that's all right. But anyway, three different types of tanks that we are. I'm an auto attack tank, and you can build any of these warriors any way you want, and it can still work based on the situation you're in, but just what we're naturally good at, right? So I'm an auto attack tank. The Bellona over here, you can play her auto attack, and like lifesteal auto attack Bellona is still a thing. It's not as strong as other ways to build her. So for example, she is going to, I would imagine, she is going to play the way that people are playing her these days, which is more of a kind of a burst damage ability tank. And then the Tyr is a... Ooh, we got the finish on the Serket there, and that's going to be nice. Yeah, I'm going to be bullying the enemy mage and the enemy assassins. Oh, I gave that kill away to the Artemis. Thought that was going to be a finish for me. The Mercury doing everything he can to try to get kills, and got a kill on the Mercury as well. And that's just going to be what's going to happen, because I can take the hits that they dish out, but they aren't going to be able to take my hits back quite as easily. Not until they get a little bit later game. Ooh, the Scylla got the finish on the Bellona. And let's see if I can push the Scylla away a little bit. I could not. That's alright, we'll go ahead and go back. And then the Tyr is a different type of tank, because he's a stance switcher, and his ability, while is based on damage, he does that damage a little bit differently than we do. He's going to be kind of dashing through enemies and just doing a ton of burst damage, and then he's going to be doing a ton of healing as well. And then he's very fascinating in that regard. He can be very low life and still kind of just do really well and kind of come back from nothing. But he is extremely hard to play. The Mercury helped Tyr get the finish on Zong-Q there. Poor guy, he just got nothing he could do after Mercury went in. I'm now, at this point, starting to take a lot more damage from the mages, or the mage on the enemy team. So that's a little worrisome. I'm not building... Let's go ahead and go in and see if we can get a finish on this Mercury. And we can. Good. So one more kill on the enemy team, and we are doing quite well. We're doing... we have a... So early game, much early game, looked like they had the advantage because they were getting all the kills, and we have quickly come back and doubled their amount of kills and are doing twice as good as them in that same regard. Although we really aren't that far up from a money standpoint. Maybe almost 1,000 gold. The early game kills are great in helping you get a little extra level. They don't really help you much on the monies. Not until you get those mid game or late game kills. So I am just kind of pushed up, forcing them. They're doing a really good job of trying to backline us and get finish off of my team. I gotta give props to this Chernobog. Gotta give props to that Mercury. Oh, this Chernobog needs to leave. He needs to leave, and I'm gonna have to dip out as well. I was just getting a little too low there, and he is just gonna get away for free. So really good job at the enemy team. Kind of, you know, they're kind of trading out different players, yeah, I guess players, right? Players, like, so if I have low health, the person good at killing low health comes after me. If I have high health, the guy knocking down high health comes after me. I feel that we're doing the same thing to them as well, and we are just playing really well. We're playing to our advantage. We have a heal. Someone dropped a heal for me. That's the Bologna. I see her like shining up now, so I now can do a little bit more damage. The Scylla really wants to get a hit on me, but unfortunately she missed me with everything. Oh, let's go ahead and grab this before that tier gets it. He was kind of coming in. Osiris is a really fascinating warrior because his abilities work on... He has a crowd control, which is his B ability, which I go ahead and I chain everyone around me. And then after, I think it's about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, if they're still within that chain distance, ooh, can we get a finish right here? And we can. Then they go ahead and they get stunned. So really good. It's a really good ability to help kind of lock players down. I do have Breastplate of Valor, so to help me use my abilities more frequently. So even though I am auto attack, I am also using my abilities to try to do damage to them as well, except for that ult right there, which was more of a get out of here. Ooh, who's this? This is going to be Tyr. Not sure if I can get a finish on Tyr, but I'm going to go ahead and try to kind of walk around and then wait till my abilities are up. Oh, there is the Mercury. I don't know if I can fight him, but I'm a little tanky. He missed me with that. Maybe I can go in now and get a finish on him, and no, I could not. That's alright. I have a lot of monies. I have 3,800 monies. Let's go back and let's get some new items. I am level 12, so that means I'm going to be able to get my second relic. That's the level you are able to get your second relic at. And so now we are going to come back with just to be that much more stronger as a auto attack Osiris. I'm definitely going to want to go with more cooldown. Notice Death's Toll as my second item relic there. I'm going to go ahead and go with movement speed and attack speed reduction for my second relic. If you noticed, I had a hard time kind of locking the enemy down. That'll help with that. Erendite will help me with more cooldown and help do more damage. And then we'll go into some more physical defense to kind of round out our build against the enemy team, which is 4 players on the enemy team are do physical damage. So a little bit of extra physical defense will help us do our job better, especially now that we already have our damage online. So that is going to be a really good addition to our build and to the team composition. So now I'm not just tanky, I'm also damagey. And I've already gotten several kills, even not being damagey. Ooh, the Merc wants to come in. Hey buddy, let's come in. And I see how much damage I just did to him right there. Let's go ahead and ult in. Let's do everything we can. Where are you going? Where are you going? And let's go ahead and see if we can finish on the Merc. We can. Let's go ahead and see if we can just do some damage to the Scylla. Got the finish on the Scylla. Well, Artemis got the finish on the Scylla. Ooh, and then here's Cherno. Hey, Cherno. Let's go, Cherno. And took him down. So we went from a kind of an even, almost, I would say, the enemy. I got the finish on the tier there. That I'd say the enemy team appeared as if they had a little bit better of a position to win that fight, and then we just took it away from them. I'm kind of taking hits for the team until they could enter tower safely, and then kind of walked back in while my minions came in. Now remember, when the minions hit the objective, you do twice the damage to the objective. So there is a benefit in tanking sometimes for them, but then also kind of letting them in also so that you can get the damage. I'm going to try to do as much damage here. Cherno wants me, and I went down for it, unfortunately. So that's okay. I still have a little bit of money. I can go back now, and I can go ahead and I can build Glad Shield. And this is going to fully round me out in cooldown. I have max cooldown now. Get a Breastplate, Erendite, and Glad Shield. And then now I can go and build more, grab some more pots, and just make sure that I am fully stacked on healing capability. I'm doing pretty good. I'm high mitigated, and high gold, high kills. And that's gonna just allow me to level more quickly. Although, even though I am doing quite a lot and getting kills, my team is keeping up with me, and that's great. I mean, except for the Bellona, right? The Bellona's kind of fallen a little bit behind, but she can catch up no problem. The enemy team is kind of struggling to kind of keep us back, because every time they do take down one of us tanks, another one's up. Like, 2 tanks are down right now. The Tyr's down, the Bellona's down, but I'm up. So they can't even really push the objective well until they take me down. And they're not going to be able to easily do that. There is the Surcat. She's going for a buff. Brilliant move by the Surcat. Love it. I love to see when an enemy player goes back, unfortunate, and grabs an objective or a buff from another player. I think that really just kind of shows the level that they're playing. Unfortunately, what's my rule? Don't do it unless you can get out. There is some exceptions to that, because sometimes it's worth it because you hurt the enemy team so much more by taking something away from them that it's okay to die for. But in this case, I think it would have been much better for that Surcat to stay up. Maybe she was thinking, you know what, I'm the low level on my team anyway. Let me go ahead and do something for them that the other players can't do easily. And oh, I thought that was going to be a finish off on the Tyr. He's going to ult out. My man's ult out. But surprising, his ult, I also have an ult jump as well. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a finish on him. And we can. Osiris, the better Tyr. No, I'm just kidding. Tyr does lots of things Osiris can't do, and vice versa. But it's funny to see one chase down the other. That could have gone either way. I don't think the enemy Tyr is building in a good way that takes me down. He's building more in a general kind of hurt the rest of my team, and that's exactly what he should be doing. I forced the Mercury to ult at that moment in order to so he didn't take any damage from me. Unfortunately, now he's way in the back. He's going to try to get kills off of the enemy team. I'm going to push the rest of his team back if I can, keep them from assisting him in the fight, and hope my backliners can take him out without any issue. We do have 3 tanks, so hopefully there's someone back there that can assist him. And I'm just up here with Zhong Q. My job is to save him, and I'm doing a poor job of that, unfortunately. I was hoping that I was able to get this done off the enemy Tyr there in time, but I could not. That Mercury is back there, still alive and running away. There's a reason why they call him the world's fastest god, because he is a speedy boy. I am now taking damage. Someone has Mystical Mail and is doing damage to me, and the Scylla got the finish on me there. That must have been just by a few points of damage. Well, not necessarily. I don't have any magical defense built, so it makes sense she would have been doing that much damage to me. All right, so give credit where credit is due. Good job on the Scylla taking me down. That's exactly what the enemy team needed to do. She knew that. She kind of has been trying to focus on me as much as possible when she's not focused on others. She's been realizing that I've been doing a lot of work for my team and wanting to take me down. So good job on the Scylla. So now we are about to come back up. Let's go ahead and see what we are gonna get. I think more defense and offense is where we need to be at. So the Shifter Shield is going to do both for us right now. Shifter Shield is going to give us, when we are above a certain percentage health, it's going to give us damage, and when we are below a certain percentage health, it's going to give us protections. And the great thing about the protections that it provides, it doesn't just provide physical protections, it provides protections for the whole team. Ooh, this is a good fight for me. Took down the Chernobog, and then I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to keep Tyr out of the fight. He's really tanky himself. He can't do necessarily a lot of damage to me. He does have Mystical Mail, so he's the one that has had Mystical Mail and has been doing all that extra magical damage to me. And now he has to kind of run away. I'm going to go ahead and try to keep him as much as I can in one spot. He's going to try to grab all the buffs. I don't mind. I just want to keep him in the fight. If I were to have went for those buffs myself, he would have walked away. Ooh, the Sila's low, the Sila's low, and we got to finish on her. Nice. And now we can easily walk away and get back in the fight. We have the Mercury looking to ult again. I'll go ahead and try to keep Tyr out of the fight, as I have been doing. So there he goes with his damage. He does not do enough to me. He is going to have to ult out. I cannot reach him yet. The Cherno's coming in. He wants me. And I'm just going to go ahead and try to push them out. The Cherno actually did not take a lot of damage for that, which is fine. Our Tyr went in, is trying to get a finish on the enemy Tyr. Let's see if we can get a finish. Ooh, we got a... the team got a finish on the Circuit and on the Tyr, and now we are in good position to start doing damage to the Titan. Let's go ahead and go in. We just finished the Mercury too. Good job. The Mercury is probably trying to backline again and get the backline, unfortunately leaving the Titan unprotected. This Titan is just like chunking me hard. So I'm having a hard time taking hits from. I'm going to go ahead and try to do a little bit of damage to that, and it's back on me yet again. I can take maybe one more hit before I'm down, but I don't want to die. I'm going to go ahead and back up a little bit. The next push on the Titan will probably take it down, but right now, if we do that, we're just going to completely domino and go back. I really want the enemy team, the few ones that were alive a second ago, to have pushed up, but they were really smart. They stayed until the rest of the team was up. And now my team is low on health. They're full on health. Now this is the time for them to push. If they want to get our next objective, if they want to win the game, what they have to do is push. The Mercury went back and is grabbing our buffs. I would argue that he should have gone back and just pressured our backline instead. He is pressuring the backline now, but now he doesn't want to fight. He wants to get out. So I'm going to try to keep him here and get the finish off on him. So wrong move by the Mercury, and then now the team is just starting to domino because there's more of us up than them at this point. I am low, but that is fine because that's an area I excel at. Or Osiris excels at, and me in that regard too. Let's go ahead and then get the finish on the Scylla while she tries to get away. The only one up at the moment is the Tyr, and I have a med up in a second. All right, there we go. And then now let's go ahead and go in and take this Titan if we can. 3 players on the enemy team are up: the 2 assassins and the warrior Tyr. Will it be enough? I'm going to go ahead and ult in, and then now just start attacking, just solo it, start trying to get in here and do as much damage as I can to the Titan to allow my team to also do the same. And that will be enough for us to take down that Titan and take the game from the enemy team. I really like the enemy team's team composition. Unfortunately, the double assassin and then mage made it more difficult for them to get around as many tanks as we had. I've seen it done. I've done it myself, but unfortunately they could not in this game. I really enjoyed playing that game, And if you enjoyed watching it, please give me a like and subscribe and leave a comment. I love reading your comments and responding to them. If you would like to get notified next time I upload a video, please go ahead and smash that notification bell. I want to thank you for watching, and as always, have a most excellent day.